Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are around the globe today. The Hero webinar is back. Wow. The Hero webinar is back after some few days. We have took some little vacation and we are fresh and ready to go. What is our topic of today? The topic of today is, Collins, I have to look at it, the vision to voice. This is our topic. And it's a great topic. Why? Because we are in a great company, we all know. And I think turning a business, a concept into a clear pitch or message, inspiring other by effective communicating for your purpose. And that's why we take the topic of today, the vision to voice. A lot of us, we have been in this company for a long time, but there's so many people around the globe that they are on their way coming to this company, and we want them to know where we are. So we are coming today with a topic to decide where we are going and where we are starting. At this point, I'm going to ask my brother Collins to take the topic and do the justice on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Marcien. Just want to greet all our panelists here, Peter Rogers, Francine, Gifty, Andy, Jean, Oliver, and Vincent. It's a great Sunday and a great topic as well. After a long time, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we've been offline just to refresh and re-energize and then look, at the way forward. And we came up with this topic. We just want to thank our sister Comfort. We said, you know what, this is a great topic for us to kickstart again, to look at the vision of Mr. Ash Mufareh and the voice. So when we dissect this topic, we look at the topic, what does it mean by vision to voice? And I was thinking about this in my own little way. I said, okay, someone has a vision, which is Mr. Ash Mufareh. He has this big dream because it's something that he has been doing for a very long time. A humanitarian, a philanthropist who've been doing it beyond 2018. He has been doing it, helping others. He said, okay, now, how, can I make a system that will benefit others? I want to extend my humanitarian, my humanitarian way across the globe. What can I do? A farmer will say, okay, let me farm and distribute the food. A mechanic will say, let me train people to be the best mechanic in the world so they can bless others. Mr. Ash Mufareh said, okay, I'm good in technology and in marketing. Let me build a platform. But he said, but now I have this desire to build a platform to bless others. How do I voice it out to others? He called the likes of Peter Rogers, who was here, is here in front of us since 2018. He has been there, and many others, Red Reference, we can name them. There are a lot that, look at what Mr. Mufareh is doing. They hear the voice. They didn't even know who is Mr. Ash Mufareh. A recording, I listened to Peter's story, which Peter will say it. They listen to that voice and they say, yeah, this is really a good idea. This is something that is massive. Sometimes somebody's word can captivate you. Some people can have the idea, but the way they will present it can determine if people will like it or not. But I ask myself a lot of times, I said, how will someone just give you a voice message and you just follow the person without knowing the person? It means there is something special about this person. There must be something special, and Mr. Ash Mufareh is that special one. He explained his vision. This is something I want to do. Are you ready to follow me? And Peter told us that they wrote their name on spreadsheet. You pay your money without knowing where your money is. Okay, for you to come in, $97. Sometimes I ask myself, how can I give? Yes, my $97 is something tiny, but how can I pay $97 to somebody I don't even know, I've never seen? Just a voice. I believe in this person so much and I'm ready to. It is not the $97. It is about the dream. Am I ready to follow this dream and this vision? All of them buy into that idea. They bought into the idea. Peter told us about maybe 10,000 of them, 2018, or less than that, or 3,000 of them. They follow that dream until I say, you know what? Why not having a platform? And that that gave rise to O-Founder, to Go-Founder, sorry. How many of us can remember Go-Founder? I came in when it was Go-Founder 2020. Sometimes you forget about a lot of things. And that was a platform to accommodate the founding members. We came in our numbers, all of us bought into this vision. We saw things growing from strength to strength. I said, you know what? I will give you a minimum value product. How many of us can remember minimum value product? We saw it in O-Founders. In Go-Founders, we saw minimum value product. So the platform moves from Go-Founders to O-Founder, where we started seeing the products developing. Because remember, IT solution is not just one day thing. That was the greatest transformation of a common voice, a vision to voice, giving rise to a platform, the dream that Mr. Ash Mufareh wanted to take us to, those who believe in it. We saw the minimum value products, little things. People were still doubting. How can they really sell this in the market? But they never knew that this is just a baseline to show you what he wants to achieve. An AI company, an IT company driven by AI. We went there, we look at it. It was so beautiful. We started playing with all of this product. They call it that at that time. It was an O-net or something like that. Some of us cannot even remember. We saw desktop. I can call all of those things. We were just like, it was just like nice. O-mail. Some of those little things that we were just playing with it. And I said, you've not seen anything yet. We are still moving on. We have not get there. We are still moving on. Ash took us from that platform, prepare us to where? To OES. And then we saw the products now, the full-blown products. And the first one we used, a paid product, was what? O-Connect. None of us can refuse that O-Connect was not brilliant. We saw the version 1, we saw version 2. I said, no, we are moving on. But as it happened, things collapsed. All of a sudden, not out of the will of like the software was not good, but out of selfish aim, those who came in, they never wanted to see, people benefiting from what this man want to build. They decide to put what? They decide to put sand or water in a petrol car. What happened? The engine will knock. They decide to put diesel into a petrol car. Just out of selfishness. And I said it, in O News 5, I always read it. It said, the most candid update yet, we pulled back the curtain on what had really been going on. Legal battle, sabotage, betrayal, misappropriation of funds. That is O News 5. Ash told us all of these things. It was a kind of story you would expect in a movie, and yet it was real, and we endure because through it all, we never lost sight of our mission. That's what I said. Through this pain, they put petrol, they put water in a diesel car. We are talking about destroying of source code, destroying of everything, taking everything out of greed because they never wanted to live in that vision and mission that Mr. Ash Mufareh is going through to bless mankind. Some people say, why should you bless? Why should you do that? So let us destroy everything. That greed, that human greed kick in, and they say, you know what, people, we don't care. We'll destroy everything, take what we can take, and let this stupid man go away. That's the greed of man. But I said we endure because we never lose sight of our mission. That's why we're talking about the vision going through to voice. What happened? There was a big turnaround. He said, after all of this, Mr. Ash Mufareh went quietly building a company. And that's why he came up with this question. Do you patch an old car or do you get a new car? What if your engine has destroyed? Everything is falling. You're moving from A to B. Do you tend to patch that car or will you get a new car if you have the money? I'll get a new car because that car is good only for the museum. We don't need that car anymore because the cost of repairing that car, my brother Vincent is here. How many times Vincent have repaired the car? Vincent repair county. Vincent said, Collins, I'm not repairing my car anymore. I'm getting a new car. Vincent is here because the cost of repairing is too much. I said, we are not getting that car anymore. We are moving to a new car. That car is good for memory lane. And what I discussed with Oliver today, we were just chatting. I said, we will remember that car through our journey. You know, the journey of this company is part of the story that we will remember, that we move from all these stages, from the way Peter will tell his story, the way the day I joined, I'll tell my own story, right to that point where we said somebody destroy out of greed, they destroy the car, and I still move on again. And that is the car we are seeing every day in that museum. That was the car that's supposed to take us to that destination, and the car was destroyed, and this man turned it around and gave us a new car, a new vehicle that is about to be revealed, you know, by Mr. Ash Mufareh himself. And we are getting there closely, very, very closely. It is already there because he said the dark days is over. We are standing at the edge of the tunnel and a bright light is just in front of us. And that time is coming where we will see it and know that this man has been working on our behalf. But are we ready to believe and follow his mission? Because people who never believe, they are fall away like flies. All of them fall like flies. But those who stand tall and said, I am going with you, they are still with him. And they believe in his vision, and they know that because he is still there working on our behalf, we all need to believe in what he wants to do, and we will see it very, very shortly. So I will leave it there. My sister, Marcienne, thank you very much.
Wow, wow, Collins. You know what? We never lose sight of our mission. And I believe that also that we have never lost sight of our mission. Mr. Mufareh know exactly where he is going. He know what he want and he know what he have started. And for everything that you have said, they will not have a story without a journey or a journey without a story. This is our story because right now it's not only Mr. Mufareh's story, it's our story also. For those that they stick with it, with him, we will have a story to tell. So at this point, I'm going to tell Jean because I'm sure she also have a story to tell about this subject of today. So Jean, welcome.
Thank you so much, Marcienne. And I do. As I was preparing for today, you know, if you think about vision to voice, you have your initial conception and then you're bringing it forward. It's like a birthing, right? You have your conception, your gestation, leading to delivery. And it made me think about something in my own life that really applies to Ash's journey, because it has been like a birth. You know, he did everything right. You know, he did all the right things preparing this. The vision was solid, preparing this baby to come forward to be delivered and delivering our dreams. But he ran into complications, right? And so, what I wanted to do today is to share a really personal story from my life that perfectly applies. It's not, well, it's not an exact analogy, but it does apply in this case. And Collins mentioned O News 5, and I would add also O News 2 about the pruning that applies to this. You talk about giving voice. Well, Ash is giving voice through those O News, and if you follow them, you will see this story play out. So what happened to me is when I became pregnant, I was doing everything right. I was healthy, fit, eating well, taking my prenatal vitamins, I was doing prenatal yoga. I was doing everything right. And yet, I ran into very serious complications and challenges along the way. And one of them was that when I went in for a checkup, and they use the ultrasound and they're checking everything, and they see what eventually would be my daughter, and then over on the other side they see a mass about the size of an orange, and they don't know what it is. All of a sudden everything was a big hubbub. All the doctors are coming in. It was a big scare. They had people, they thought it was what they call an ectopic pregnancy. And if anybody knows what that is, it's where a viable pregnancy or a pregnancy forms on the outside of the uterus. It cannot survive. And it causes all sorts of problems. It's very endangering to the mother, and obviously it's not going to become anything. So that's what they thought this was. And they were just doing all the stuff. We have to do emergency surgery. So they went in through my navel, actually, laparoscopy, to pull this thing out and or to investigate. And what they found was that it was just, and I promise this is going to come around, they found that it was just tissue, bits of tissue that had collected, formed abnormally into this thing about the size of an orange. It was never a pregnancy. It was just this thing that had formed, but it looked like it could have been something, right? It was sort of like something with its own little dream, but it was something was wrong with it. It needed to come out. And that I'm applying that to our vehicle that had to be, it was a problem. There were too many problems in this thing, needed to come out. If it had stayed in, it would have grown, possibly become cancerous, and absolutely threatened the life of the baby, right? So they went in, took this thing out to clear a path for this viable, beautiful baby that was forming in there. So that's the point that I wanted to make, is that this thing was in there like it wanted to be something. And but bad things got in, and I don't know if I'm articulating myself, but this thing was, it was dangerous. It had to come out. It's still, as Collins had said, it's memory lane. It's in my memory banks. It's something that was bad, had to be cut out, had to be pruned, had to be removed and set aside in order for this new life, this new baby, to grow unhindered, beautiful, and be delivered. And that is what happened. And so, very much like Ash's journey, he did everything right, but then stuff happened. Things came in this case, the body was doing stuff it wasn't supposed to be doing. You could look at it as a sort of corruption, an abnormality, something not in line with a viable baby, a viable dream wanting to be fulfilled. And so I just want to apply it to that, so that people see that what Ash is sharing is it's a birth. His vision, his dream was always, you could look at it like a fertilized egg. It was always perfect, but stuff formed around it that was not, and tried to drag it down. And that had to be all cut away in order for this thing to grow and develop. And very, very soon it's going to be delivered, and it's going to be a very beautiful thing. So I hope that was not too off topic, but I'm just very, very excited to be here. It's a wonderful, wonderful topic, and we never get tired of talking about Ash Mufareh. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone.
Jean, I really, really, really love the perfect example, because this is something that everyone, one thing with this business that is so simple. Ash is trying to make it so simple that even our grandmother doesn't know how to read will be able to understand where we are going. And you took it the perfect way. Your example was just exactly what we needed to know where we are. That little baby where she was, you were trying to do the right thing, but some intruder just come in and want to steal everything. He have to get out. What happened if they have never found it or take it out? You don't know what was going to cause. Maybe your life, maybe the life of the baby. And then the dream of everybody, including your family member plus you, will be gone. So what happened at the moment that happened sometime in this business was supposed to happen there, and we needed to take that out and take a break and jump to the next level. Because if we have to continue, and he goes again to what Collins was saying, We just need a new branding. We cannot continue with the things that will keep patching. It doesn't work. So thank you so much, Sister Jane, for this perfect example. And I think I have my brother in the house. You know, when we have OTech pros in the house, it's always so amazing. So,
Yeah.
Bravince, welcome.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Sister Marcia, and thank you. Hello, everyone, and also happy Sunday to everyone today. Thank you very much for being here. Our Hero webinar after a few days of breakdown. But thanks God we are back. Thank you. Thanks also Collins. Thanks Gina Oliver for this also breakthrough. This is a very perfect example you said today. Thank you very much for that. So today is similar to Collins and what Collins and Jean said. Is exactly what I'm going to say, but in different also way. No repeating ourselves, saying the same thing here. So what I'm going to say is what really been happening behind the scene, because there's a lot going on behind the scene that we don't know. So it doesn't mean it's not like something is not happening. Something is happening. Mr. Ash is working. He say something new and certain is in the work. So he's working. So we don't know. It's similar to where we are sitting here. Something that is in front of us, that's what we see. But behind us, we know some people doing like today, Peter uses Zoom to organize everything. So behind the scene, we see Comfort, we see Collins organize it. So it's a similar thing. So what people see, we see the front, but we don't know what happened behind the scenes. So it's exactly what Mr. Ash is doing. So he said, this is exactly what he's doing. So he's doing a great thing. He also said that complexity, he's trying to the complexity into simplicity. So what people think is complex, is going to make it so simple for us, so that thing will be much more easier and much more simple for us. So he also used the opportunity to thank most of us, those who believe in him for the great job that he's doing, and then those who still stay with him. So all this tell us that he's still around, he's still doing the great job. So we should not give up. I like that word, never give up. So we never give up. So you keep working. So building something worthy is working for this. So we should trust what he's doing. And then we can also see the enthusiasm in him, even despite everything that happened, every way that he went through. But all this happened, but he's still working very hard for what he's thinking to do, and what he said, making the complexity very simple. So it's also true, because when he said making complexity simple, today maybe the way we do things is difficult. But what is building, my brother Collins mentioned as well, the technology that is building that is going to do, it will make things very simple. So it will change also our traditional way to do things in a different way now, and very, very more simple, and very simple and good way and better way, and faster also, because when you say simple, it will be that simplicity also make things more better, faster, and very good as well. So it's not only make it simple, just as simple. It's simple and then different ways, and then the quality ways, like Collins mentioned, above market value. So the product that is going to do, the product also will be above market value. So he said again, every day is changing, every day good news and improve of so many things. So we should trust in this. And then we like also the truth that Mr. Ash put in the business. So the truth make him become stronger. And also, like he said, the future will become very stronger, and then we'll move the future forward. So this is what that Mr. Ash said is also important for us. So we have so many words. Anytime they come out, different way is said to us and then explained to us. And then the truth about the business, because he never say something wrong, is always clear, and then explain things to us, what is going on, what happening, what is going on, what is going to happen, etc. So the path is like the path ahead, trying to show us that the path is clear. So this is something that he's been doing, and then he will keep doing. So we should all of us know that he's doing the great job as well, not just coming to outside and said. And then one of the way he said something new and excited is in the works is coming. So we should also be excited. Something is coming, something new and better. So even the resiliency that is in him, we should also be the same, because we found that if we come here and then it's, oh, I'm not sure that we'll go forward to more things are working. No, it come with enthusiasm, with good is with good motivation and then resiliency in him. So all this tell us that he's doing a great job, he's working for us. So we should all always saying, oh, go together, be behind him, pray with him, and pray even for him. Pray for the tech team as well. They are all human beings like you and me. So they need also our prayer. They need also our support. So we should always pray also for them. They may need our prayer also to move forward. Even our CEO, he need Mr. Ash Mufareh, he need also our prayer. So because our prayer, because I can say, okay, today I can do this, but only God can decide. Or as he said, do it or die. Only God can stop him do what he's doing. So he said it, only God can stop him. So that's why I'm saying we should also pray for him that God deliver everything that he's doing. The work that he has chosen to do it is uplifting humanity, and this come to pass. So what we need all of come together in our prayer. We should remind him, his family, those people, the engineers that they are doing, even also here, we are working also what Robin and that we're doing. God also give us the strongest power, wisdom, intelligence, also all of us. So all of us, when we go somewhere in our house to pray, we should remind all this for him that everything that is doing, God put his hand on it, and then everything goes together. And that's the way he has planned, and the way we too we wish the way business is going. So thank you, Sister Marcian. I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Brother Vincent. Thank you so much. I think we take it here from what Brother Vincent just said. Never give up. That's what we have to take home. We don't have to give up. Our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, is bringing something new and better on the way. So let us keep our hope, and let us be excited and be happy. And don't forget to pray. The family need it, he need it, we need it too. So thank you so much. Talking about prayer, and we need it. I know my brother Andy need prayer. I know he pray for me, and I know he's excited, and he know that something new is coming. So I want him to tell us about this subject of today. Brother Andy, welcome.
Thank you, Marcian. Yeah, everyone needs to pray for me. um, I'm slightly different, and in that vein, I'm a believer in karma. And I believe that everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. And when you think about this and you look at this in that context, um, we have something very special. Ash has something very special, and you know, this, if it had moved forward with this bad element attached to it, it would have simply failed. So by catching these guys out, as I said, everything happens for a reason. It's got rid of the wheat from the chaff, shall we say. But what gets me more than anything else is the fact that, you know, he's closed several offices. Get that, understand that, brilliant, greatest thing you could do. But he's still taking people on. Now they're reading everything that you can hear about in Google and all of the bad stuff, because let's face it, everybody looks at the bad, no one ever looks at the good. They look for it. Don't understand it, but they look for it. And these people that are now working with Ash will have seen all of that, but they've still put their hands up and said, yes, I want to work with this man. Why? Ask yourself why. Because he has something exceedingly special. Exceedingly special. And the beauty of it is, out of the kindness of his heart and his guys, he's helping us who don't know how to do it. Now, we're not there yet, but I, for one, am willing to wait. Because at the end of the day, you've got a man that has a heart for humanity, knows exactly what he's doing, is not bothered about the money, has the right people in place now and has got rid of the idiots, and we're on a track to reach the proper station instead of being sidelined. So I'm up for that, and I'm very, very excited. So back to you, Marcienne.
Wow, you see why I said that we need to pray for Andy? Because our brother is up to it. Like I am with you. I'm willing to wait, no matter how long it's going to take. I'm not going anywhere. I'm unshakable. I am here standing tall and waiting. I'm willing to wait. Thank you so much, brother Andy. And, we have given a lot of men to say so many great things. And at this moment, we have to ask our sister, Francine from Senegal, to say something about this topic, the topic of today, the vision to voice. You are muted, Sister Francine.
I may have some internet challenges. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Good. Thank you. Thank you. The topic of today is really interesting because we are going through a very rich period within our company. That's my perception. Because having a project that flows without setbacks, without challenges, it may question someone. Our lives would be flowing like a river. We'll be asking questions because this is the normal process in everything we do in our life. Mostly when success is at the end. I really love the way Collins introduced what we are having today because he has gone through our history. When Mr. Mufareh had his dream and decided to share that dream with all of us, nothing and no one forced us to adhere to that dream. It was so generous for somebody to have an idea and say, okay, I will open my mind, and those people who think I am crazy enough and they can still follow me, my arms are open, widely open to them. And we came into that boat. We did all the steps Collins reminded us today, and we are where we are today. I really want each one of us every day to recall that move we made. Like we are going on, like pilgrims, we are like pilgrims exactly. We are doing that pilgrim to go to the top of the mountain and see how we could lift so many at the mountain too, because that's where we are going. And I would love to recall equally what we are living these past few days and all the messages we have been having in our own news. I don't know if you guys have done the job I did from the note number 1 to the 8 we had few days ago. Those notes are the essence, the real essence of our journey. And I would love us particularly to look at the note number 6. Why the number 6? Because in order to understand really the core values of what we are doing, each word in that note or news number 6 takes us back to really the essence of what we are doing here. If we are not part of it, we would not realize the dream of Haj Mufareh. We just have to go. No one is retaining us to stay. If that dream is no more the truth for which we have decided to join, the doors are open. So we just have to get outside, find something else. There is no problem about that because no one is attached. No. And I really love that because that's what took us inside here. The vision we had is the voice that is coming now in our OES saying honesty is important. We have to unite our vision. We have to be honest. We have to consider ethics. We have to have values. That is what we are doing here. If we do not agree with something there, it means maybe this is not our place to be. And that is it. That is how I live it. And today, I know that the work we did so far is just the preparation for the dream to become true. And what is that dream? What is the dream? The dream for me is not to have millions or billions. I am very happy to have them. I will welcome them with gratitude. But the dream here is to lift up somebody. Lifting up somebody, if we are liars, how would you lift up somebody if you lie? I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you make it. How will you lift up somebody if you cheat, if you steal, if you are full of yourself, me, myself, and I, from morning to night? I want you to see me. I am the best. I. I don't think this is the dream Mr. Mufareh had. And I really invite ourselves to go often and read O News. O News is full of information, full of life, full of interaction, full of the real meaning, the essence of the company we are in. And I would stop here because I wanted to share these few pieces because that's how I see things. We are very dynamic. The community is working. The company is working. And Mr. Mufareh is sticking to his word. Whatever that man has come to tell us is what he's doing. And I am quite sure that he's the most willing to have all this behind him. And something I just want to add before I close is that sometimes when I think of Mr. Mufareh, I think he may be sad sometimes because he's hurt. And he's hurt because he loves so much. Let us think about that. He has all of us on his shoulder. He loves us because he's sharing this project with us. And I am sure he has a deep pain within himself. And we have to pray for God to help him track that load. Sometimes it may just be too much for him alone to track that love and at the same time being obliged to cut what is no more in line with the dream he had, with the vision, and he's voicing it on a daily basis through our O News. Thank you so much. Marcienne, take it, please.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Mama Francine. Thank you so much. And yeah, for those that they don't know, I think when Mr. Mufareh started posted back in our back office, what did we see? What was new? O News. That was one thing that made me pay attention. He did not just post it like he used to post. He used to come in our back office, just write it and go. But everybody know what they mean news. news. When we open our television and we want to know what is going around the world, we went and listen to the news. So those news there, like Sister Francine said, they have a lot of meaning. And we are urge everybody to go there and take time, not just read it and wait. But if you are in because you are waiting for him to post that the $1 million is there, for me personally, the $1 million is already there because the dream is aligning and we are seeing it. Thank you, Sister Francine. Thank you so much. We have our brother in the house talking about the journey. He has been in this journey with Mr. Mufareh from day one. So if there's somebody that knew the history and that can tell us and be so excited and still here today, I mean, he's an example. The reason, and he have a reason. So if he is still here today, what do you think that I that came yesterday, I'm going? I'm not going anywhere until I see him leave, and I'm sure he's not leaving. So our brother Peter Rogers, welcome. Thank you so much for being the pioneer with Mr. Mufareh, and you are still here. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. You told my story in a few minutes there. Well done. But it's great to hear everybody and the way they feel, the way they want to express themselves about the journey of this business. As Colin said, as Martin just said, you know, I got involved in this 2018, October 2018. So relatively, you know, in the early days, and I think there was only about, I think it was 3,000 founders then. There was hardly anybody really within the organization of what we've got there today. And I just want to say, like, the reason why I got involved, I mean, I just got invited, and the person who invited me, you know, I knew him, I trusted him, and I just said, "I'll send me the link and I'll just sign up." I didn't really sort of check the business out until I actually went on a, you know, probably 3 or 4 weeks later, I went on a webinar and I listened to Mufareh, and he was telling his story, the vision that he wanted to share. Now you've got to remember, you know, this, you know, back in those days, there was a couple of audio videos that were going around. I actually listened to them after I listened to Mufareh himself, and obviously it was the tone of his voice and his passion for what he was trying to share with us. And obviously that's what kept me in the beginning. We all got involved in the beginning for money. You know, you can't take that away. We all got involved in this for money. I did, put my hand up to it. And obviously we followed this journey from the beginning into obviously the journey with the history of everything that's gone forward. From then to when we started, we didn't even have a name for the business. You know, we didn't. I can remember Ash saying, "Oh, I thought of a name," and he brought the name out OnPassive, and I was going, "Yeah, that sounds a good name. That sounds a good name." And we all got pretty excited about that. So it was the little things like that on this journey that got excited. And as we moved on, you know, we obviously got the offices in India, we went to Dubai, and we obviously went to Egypt, and we had all the you know, the complete journey of everything. Everybody knows what went on. You know, this was a slow process, and it was just getting better and better, and we all got in with the role of the wave going forward. It was a really big excitement about what Ash was doing and what was, you know, coming for us as the foundership. And you know, as we went through the journey, a lot of things happened, like Colin was saying about the car. You know, if you buy a car, you know, it doesn't matter any car, you have to take it to the garage every now and then. You know, you have a breakdown, it has to be repaired. And we had this through this journey of what we, you know, with the history of OnPassive. We had a few issues. Obviously, we had a few people that got involved that shouldn't have got involved in there, which caused obviously quite a lot of issues. And we sort of moved forward from there, and we covered those issues, got better, and then we started to see some of the products. You know, we had the first product, OConnect, had a lot of sort of issues with that at the beginning. Same with any new thing, you have issues to start with. They got ironed out, and what a product it turned out to be in the end. It was a fantastic product, and it was a great tool that we all used. And obviously, as we moved on, you know, we started to obviously create and make the business a better business and make it better with obviously the income that could be generated from selling that product. Now you've got to remember there's a lot of other products which were, which were being mentioned at the time, which we never really saw. The main product was the Oakenet, and obviously as that went on, we generated the income from that start. And obviously we had issues with the processors. I'm just sort of reminding people here what really happened. Now, all this happened and we were all on this journey. And obviously, as time's gone on, we've gone from that journey and the business stopped, the engine collapsed basically and stopped working. And we had to have a rethink. And like Colin said, and Ash has said, he said, we can't, why try and mend something that's broken? Because you're only going to break again. Let's sort of move forward with a new vehicle. And that's what he's been doing. So we've gone from the journey of the start of OnPassive. We've seen all the lights. We've seen all the Dubai. We've seen what happened in India and all of the offices. And like Andy said, some of the offices are gone now. With, it's all of a bit of a learning curve. All this journey was a bit of a learning curve. And now we've come to this place where we've all been sitting there and waiting for this next phase. Now, the next phase is, for me, I think it's going to be very soon. And, we've all stuck at this and my faith in this is because I believed in what Ash was trying to share in the beginning and on this, and what we saw all the way through. This is what I want all the founders to remember. You were all excited at one time what you saw. You were all involved in this. What happened wasn't down to Ash Mufareh. It was down to, obviously, corruption that was within the business that we heard about. Okay, and Ash obviously put a stop to it. And like Ash has said, no outside corporation or business or legal institute put a stop to it. Ash put the brakes on because he could see what was happening. He put the brakes on, he stopped it, and he's obviously really looked at the situation and decided, right, that's enough. We'll start again. We'll move on to this, onto a new chapter. So what I want to say to everybody really now is that because obviously you're all involved and seen this journey, it's been 8 years. The journey for me has been 8 years. I've got as much faith with Ash now. In fact, I've got more faith with Ash. I truly believe what he's trying to share with us. And what I'm trying to say is, you people out there know and see, and you've had this faith for so long, but some of you have drifted away. Don't drift away. Come back, because this is going to happen, and you're going to be shocked what's going to come. It's going to be an exciting next few months. I think it's going to be exciting, and we're going to be, this is something that we want to be involved in. So, now we're moving on to obviously to the next phase of what's happening. Now we've still got the OES, and I don't know if the OES is going to stay there, but I think it's there for the benefit at the moment for what we're all using it. We've got ONUs, and you've got ONUs to 01 to 08, and you need to obviously look and read what's been put in those individual snippets of news that he's given us. He's feeding us the bits of what's coming. Okay, and what's past, and he's already said, you need to know the truth of what's happened and what's coming, and he's going to tell us what's happened. To be fair, I don't really want to know. I understand now what's happened. I think most of us understand. We just want to move on and get this thing moving, and I know Ash is as keen as us to move this on. And so what I'm saying is, stick with the project. You are going to be shocked. I think it's going to be exciting. And I honestly think it's going to blow your shirt off your back. And, I take my hat off to Ash Mufareh, and his team, and he's obviously got some splendid individuals around him. It's helping him build this. And we don't know nothing about them, which is a good part about it all as well. Because if you remember before, he told us everything that was going on, and look what happened. So he's got his thinking hat on. He's thinking, I'm keeping this tight to me. Nobody knows what's happening. I know what's happening. I'm excited. And you can draw off that excitement when you see him. Okay. The future's bright. Stick with it. Stick with the OES. Get with the news, what's going on. And we are going in the right direction. And that's all I can really say. I'll pass it back to Colin and Marcian. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow, wow, Peter, thank you so much. The future is bright. You have to seek on it. This come from someone that have been in this journey with Mr. Mufareh from day one, 2018. If he's still here, it means he did not come because for the change. He come for the mission and the vision. He got that thing, what Mr. Mufareh wanted to do, he caught it. And he know that if Mr. Mufareh go ahead and succeed to do this, the dollar is nothing to talk about. It's already there. So, and he knew Mr. Mufareh cannot do this alone. He needs some support. And I am going to be the backbone. I'm not going to just sit down and say, I'm not doing anything. I will do my own part. And his own part is what he do here every Sunday with the hero. That's his own part, telling the world to be patient, telling the world something bright is about to birth. A birth of something is on the way coming, giving hope to people and telling people it's okay. You're still going to have your dignity very soon. Giving humanity what they need to be alive today. And we thank you, Peter, for being loyal to our CEO. We thank you for having that mission and knowing that something is coming, and every single day you sit there and you pray there and you do your own part. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. So I know Sister Gifty is just like our brother Peter. She got the vision. She know that something new is coming, something bright is coming. She's here for humanity, and she's had to tell us about this. Sister Gifty, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mama Masien. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your input. Yes, vision to voice. Since when I joined this company, I just fell in love with the company and fell in love with everybody, fell in love with the CEO. Why? Because he always pours his heart. And if you have worked with him until today, he has never changed. Because he is here for humanity. He is building this business not for only himself, but he included me and you. And that vision has never changed. We started from nowhere. We went to Go Founders, O Founders, OES. We are moving forward. The vision has become more bigger than the beginning. That is why we are changing the vehicle. Not because the vision is dead. No, the vision has become more clearer and more bigger than the ship we used to. So now we are changing the vision. Not the vision that we are changing, but our path where we are going. Because we can no longer be using the old machine, the old car. We need a new car to pull us forward. He's not thinking about only today. He's thinking about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Before we began, our dear brother Collins gave us, some insight. The one who began Apple is no more, but his vision, his legacy is still going, moving forward. Everybody wants Apple. Everybody has fallen in love with Apple. But the visioneer is not there. But the legacy is still moving forward. It took him more years, more time for him to come out. But now look, everybody loves it. Everybody wants to have that phone, Apple product. It comes back to us. The vision is big. Yes, it has taken time. Yes. But think about the future. Don't think of today. Yeah, we came in because of money. But things have turned around. When you come in, you see the love, the vision of this man where he wants to go, what he wants to achieve, then you rethink, yes, we need money, but there is more to it than what we thought it was. We are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We are moving forward. The vision is still alive. It has gotten bigger and bigger. That is why we are changing the car. No shaking, because our visionary is still up front, giving us update upon update in all news. That is why he encouraged us, we should pay attention over there to get the new information, because we are not standing still, we are moving forward. And no matter how long it takes, I know and believe that God's hands is in it, and the moment we go out, everything is going to be fine. It is not going to be business as usual. He's turning things around. He's changing the game. We shouldn't be worried. We continue to have faith in him, because he has not disappeared. He's still with us, showing up in YouTube, giving us messages upon messages, news upon news in our own ears. Our business is here to stay. His vision is still intact. His purpose is still intact. And as we are here, we are still supporting him to achieve what he wants to achieve. Because when he achieves it, it is going to be blessing unto us. Let us continue to hold on to our faith, because we are in a good place at the right time. Thank you, Mama Masien. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. We are in the right place at the right time, and we have to continue up with our faith. Sister Gifty, you said the vision has become more bigger and we are changing the vehicle. I think that's exactly what is going on today. Because Jean have a good story. Collins bring the story from where we started, and Peter come up and blend it. Andy talk about it also. Vincent tell us, Francine, you guys were so good. But when I see this, the vision has become more bigger and we are changing the vehicle. Imagine you driving and you keep getting children with you. At some point, you cannot put all of them in the car. What are you going to do? You have to find a big vehicle that will put all those kids in, because no child will be left behind. And I want to have my seat. I don't want anybody to jump me on my seat. And Mr. Mufareh knew that everybody would love to be in their own perfect seat. So he's getting the biggest vehicle around the globe to put all of us in. Thank you, Sister Gifty. I really love that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we have gone around and we have to go back to our brother Collins, because at this point, Brother Collins, not only he's going to tell us a little bit more, and at the same time, he's going to close this webinar for us. But before we go, we want to tell you, you that will be listening to us, we are recording this and it's going to be in various YouTube channels. Please, when you get on this video, make sure you share it with other people. We are doing this because we want to share what Mr. Mufareh is doing around the globe. We want to share for those that they are asleep and think that things are not moving, so that they can have a tick of wake up. It's our own way of giving back to our community. That's why we come here on Sunday, Hero, to do this. We call it our Sunday Dominican Church. We come here to talk about this great company every Sunday. We are back. Please share it and subscribe to the channel that you are in. Any channel that you find yourself in, share, subscribe, and let the whole world know what is going on. Let us spread the message. At this moment, I'm going back to my brother Collins.
Thank you, Sister Masien. I just want to greet everyone. It was really a pleasure, because I've listened to everyone and it's so beautiful. And I just wish a lot of people watch this, because there's a lot of information in this. You know, we're talking about the vision of Mr. Ash Mufareh, which is really great. You know, when I look back to the vision, what was his vision? It's about building a never before seen technology. That is his vision. And to build that, like Vincent said, it takes years upon years. I know people will ask, okay, now that we're talking about changing vehicle, are we going to start from scratch? Remember, when you make a mistake or whatever happened, you've already learned from it. The prototype is already there. You don't have to go and start back from scratch because the experience is there to put it back to where it is. You are not starting back from scratch because you already have the knowledge. You know what went wrong and the good side you've collected, and you know, okay, this is the way I want to go to fulfill that vision, to build that never before seen technology. And what is his mission? Is about uplifting humanity. He needs a vehicle. That vehicle we are talking about is about building a never before seen technology so that everyone can participate. You know, it's about uplifting. Uplifting is not only financial well-being, it's about education, it's about personal development. You know, it goes beyond that financial well-being because we always said education is power. You know, if you are educated, someone can give you a tool that will broaden your knowledge. You can achieve a lot. It's not only about money. You can even fit in the society. Understanding is key. Mr. Ash is putting that platform so that who or wherever you are, you can participate, you know, to achieve your dream. He is building his dream so we can achieve our dream. And now this is the invitation Mr. Ash Mufareh gave us. He said, now we have to stay close as we move forward. We have to stay close. The dark days is over. We are standing now in a clear sails water. You know, the water is calm. All those dark days is behind us. He is calling us, inviting all of us to stay close as we move forward. Are we ready to stay close? That's the question, Mr. It's an invitation to all of us. I'm ready to stay. Like Peter Rogers said, Jean is ready to stay. Everyone is ready. But now, to those who will listen to us, are you ready to stay close as we move forward? It's up to you to decide. He said, because the next chapter will not just be about recovery. We are not talking about recovery anymore. Recovery is about patching. But what we are talking now is about realization. We are realizing the dream. The dream, that big, beautiful, bold dream. That is what we are realizing. It's about realization. It's not about recovery. The vehicle that gets us, you know, there is about to be revealed. That's what Mr. Mufareh said. The vehicle that gets us there is about to be revealed. And the destination, you know, it is everything we have been dreaming of. That destination we want to get, that destination of realizing our mission, why we came into this company, is about uplifting. We you know, Mr. Ash Mufareh brought us into that realization of uplifting humanity. Is about to be revealed to us. The reason why we joined this company, Mr. Ash Mufareh is about to reveal it. Are we ready to sail through that calm water now? Or are we ready to take the tide again, you know, the wave, and go back to where we started? I don't want to go back. I don't want to see a broken car in a museum. I want to take the limo that has been built, you know, and ride along. That's what I'm here for now, because I'm so excited and I'm just happy. So, Marcien, thank you very much. And it's a beautiful one.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Collins. Thank you, everyone. And today was our returning back with our hero webinar, and we are going to have it again next Sunday. And Saturday, the OTech Pro guys, they are going to come in. But before we leave, we want to thank Peter Rogers to provide this platform for us today. Peter Rogers, thank you one more time. And together, we are going to forward with our CEO. The future is bright. See you all next Sunday.